Hey Caitlin, just taking a look at your PDF. Right now you have the bleeds and the crop marks included and you have both pages, so that's great. I'm going to close all those. Now I'm in your InDesign file. Close out of that. So I do like the wavy lines and the treatment on the pictures that you've done. If I look at your links, they're still in RGB color mode. So we do want to fix that if we are going to print this. If the library decides to take this on as their favorite design, we definitely need to make sure that all of the files are in RGB color mode. It's easy enough to fix. You just have to control click, edit with Photoshop. Once it opens up in Photoshop, image mode, CMYK color. And we could do like a adjustment layer of levels on this and change the slider here to lighten it up usually. Usually the mid-tones look good enhanced, maybe the darks enhanced. This is kind of a dark photo, so maybe we really want to lighten it up. And then do a Command S. We can save this as a PSD Photoshop file, save. I'm not saving over the old file because I did do a levels adjustment. It won't let me. I have to save it as a Photoshop, but I can easily relink it to the correct file. If I can find. So what's the name of this one? 121. It's the PSD file. So there you go. It's relinked and now it's CMYK. Looks like everything's high resolution enough. Let's go into the properties panel on these paragraphs and uncheck hyphenate. That is something that is probably something you're always going to have to do in here. Oops, gosh darn it. I did that thing again where it's really easy to screw it up. Okay. And what's this? Is this still, did I do this right? I think these might be different sizes on your different pages, but I do want to make sure that the hyphenate checkboxes are unchecked. It seems a little tight to me. We could do a Command A and maybe do like this type of alignment. See what that looks like. Let's bring this down to 10, because we can go as small as 10. Oops. With text. I can't do this. I would take the stroke off, and I would just go with white maybe. And, you know, do this. I think maybe you went through and put spaces in, but we can change that. Let me move this over. There's a W in here too, that's not supposed to be in there. We could even make this like, you know, if you want to do a little yellow in here, we could use that as like a little focal point. And then, you know, maybe we do want this centered. But let's separate this out. Let's do Option 8 on our keyboard to make a little thing. And let's just simplify that. And we can also simplify this by doing this. I don't want this on its own, so yeah, for more information, please contact. It might have to be, let's get rid of please, maybe. We could do info contact. Still not wanting to fit in there. Let's center this. Might have to put a return here. I don't really want to have to do that, but that's okay. And then let's center this. And make this an @ sign. we're at let's just make it a little wider maybe to try and get this Val Hickman information on one line. Okay, so that's looking not too bad. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, that actually worked out. So if we do a Command 0, let's zoom out. And let's just give our header text. Oh, these are different lines. Okay. We can do Command G to group these. You have this one grouped, which is great. Let's move all this away from the edge. I almost wonder with the black and the... I just don't know if there's enough contrast. It might be better to do it this way. And let's move this down just a little bit more so that that F is not so close to Hagner. So maybe something like that. We might need to... Oops. Let's see. I can get this up. Let's just crop this so we have our image. We can just crop it in InDesign. And maybe something like that. We could even give this a little bit more room than it has. Oops. And just move it all down. And move this down even more. Oops. Even more. There we go. And this is too big. So let's just size it down with the free transform tool, pushing shift so we don't goof it up. And, you know, we could move this into its own text box. Command X to cut it. Option Command C to shrink this text box. Let's grab another text tool and we'll just drag out a, oops, what am I doing here? Let's push W on our keyboard. Let's grab the text tool, Command V, and let's put this here. You know, I almost wonder if it should be under here and we can put the logo over it. Something like that. Make sure everything's centered. And this could probably be like that. And we could even add more of the image in there. There. Maybe something a little bit more like that. This could be even bigger. I mean, this could be 14 or 15. There's plenty of room on your rack card. So, and then this side, you know, I would just do a similar treatment to this text. Paper, no stroke. Is it the same size? It needs to be 10 and 12, Minion Pro. So 10. We can also use the eyedropper tool to select and sample from here to get exactly the same font styling. And we can just bring this in on the sides. We probably want to check the hyphenate. Oh, that one's good. Maybe we already did this on these ones. Yeah, we did. And just remove some of these returns. Okay. And then we want these to be the same width, the text boxes, so, you know, getting those to line up until you see the green line is a good idea. And then we can just, you know, center these inside of their, except for this one might look better a little further up. And you can make these, you know, since we could make these images a little bit bigger. Oops. Okay, I see how you did this. We can make them a little bigger, just so that they take up more of the image now. Because, yeah. You know, maybe we would center these vertically and horizontally within the spaces that they're in, within the maroon So maybe something a little bit more like this with your design would be good. This is still a little tight. We could probably bring it in on the edges a little bit more. And maybe center it down in the maroon text box just to kind of get it looking the way we want it to. Yeah, so that would be maybe more of what you might try. You could try also doing a white stroke on your text up here. I don't really think it's working very good, actually. So the black is fine. I would still almost continue to make this image take up more of the composition if possible, because there's plenty of room for it. So like, yeah, something like this would be a little better. And yeah, like I said, changing these to CMYK would be good. So anyway, that's the review I have. Everything else looks pretty good. I'll give you a chance to make changes to this to improve your grade a little bit. And we can work on this in class too if you want. So anyway, I'll talk to you later.